So much for coming back. Actually, our line was interrupted by something that was beyond our control. We want to bless our producer for resolving this for us today. We bless God. We have some few minutes left, and I still wanted to talk to you about what is in our heart today, the love of God. So I will just spoil up to you, and then we'll grace ourselves from there. So as I said, and I was saying to you, we have a lot of stuffs in this life, but nothing in this world can satisfy us apart from the love of God. So as we're just helping and talking to you, just open up your heart for God's love. That is the most relevant and most powerful thing that we can ever experience. It is God and it is Him alone by our side. That is the only thing we can stand. If we don't have God on our side, we cannot stand in life. And I would like to give you this opportunity if you want to talk more. Peace is just found in one thing, and it's found in Christ Jesus. Peace is not found in anything. I ask myself if you want to tell us about peace, or probably your heart is better on talking about peace. Like, you can find peace in a lot of things. You can find peace in our jobs, you can find peace in our settings. Then what about the chaos that are happening? I just want to give you this opportunity to think through it. Just welcome and try to let us talk about Christ. Because Christ is our hope and is the center of our lives. So we want to thank you so much for joining today. And the man of God is here with us. So we'll give him some chance to deliberate on the rest of the topic left. And then, as I said, we'll continue next week. Bishop, you are welcome.
I've had issues with my network.
All right, as well.
And I
As well.
think
We have
that
2 minutes
it is
left.
well. Now, quickly, let me go
Yeah.
to the internet and mm, let me go into the internet rating and the percentage statistics. You see, one thing that is certain when it comes to pornography on the internet is that we cannot hide what we have watched on the internet because every browser that you use to watch porn is stored in the history. So when you go back to the history, you will know the sites you have visited. Now, this is a statistic which is quite shocking. But in reality, that is the truth. We have 98% of boys are exposed to pornography at the age of 11,
Hmm.
11 years. Now, I was exposed to pornography, both the hardcore and the softcore, at the age of 12, getting to 13. And it is quite shocking. Those times, the internet was not rampant in our age now, yet I was exposed to pornography, to the softcore. Because those times, some people were selling phone calendars, phone magazines. And if you can remember the Piamonco
Yeah.
cassette, yeah, in our so where I was staying, there was a man then who had the cassette. So when I don't go to school, I run to his home and to his room, then watch it. That was how I was exposed to at the age of 12 and a half to 11. But due to the internet, children at the age of even 10 years pornography. That is why we have 98% of boys.
Yes. And then I'm going to this one. I think we will just let's see. Okay, it's back. Yeah, we will try and then make sure that we'll fix certain things. All right, Bishop. Bishop, you are back.
Okay, now the widest users of pornography
Yeah.
are young men in between the ages of 12 and 17 are Christians.
Hmm.
They profess Christ to be their Lord and personal Savior. So in between 12 to 17, with this one, aside my own personal testimony, I have a live testimony too,
Hmm.
because I visited a cafe and the boys who were coming there, they were aged between 12, 13, 14, 15. They were preparing to write their BCE. So they come to the cafe to do some research. And then most of them come there not to do the research on the exact research topic, but they come and waste their money on pornography.
Hmm.
You can spend 1 hour, 2 hours watching pornography. You see, when you go to the internet, there's something that I call sexual appeal.
Okay.
As you are browsing the internet, you'll be seeing some images. You see some beautiful woman who will come in pants and bra, come and dance a little, then go. It is an appeal to divert your attention from what you are coming to access on the internet. So if you are being poised for thought or lustful ideas, you will quickly jump into pornography. That is
Okay.
one way the enemy also used to catch people into watching pornography.
Hmm.
I'm speaking alongside the ingredients. The ingredients are the things that enable people to watch pornography. And that is one way people watch pornography on the internet.
Okay.
Like with your mobile phone, you see, I'm using an app that is AliExpress. I used to buy things from there. And sometimes when I open the app, I get this sexual advertisement because they advertise everything.
Hmm.
Everything. They advertise panties, leggings, those devices, those lesbians and gays use uh, during sexual intercourse. They advertise mobile phone and so if you don't stay focused on what you are going to buy or search on the internet, you quickly watch it. Then 12% of websites on the internet is pornographic.
Hmm.
So if 12% of websites on the total internet is pornographic, then you can know the agenda. The remaining 88%. Now, every second, notice every second, 3,000 $3,075 is being spent on pornography. This is every second though.
Wow.
$3,075, even 0.64,
Hmm.
is being spent on pornography, and 28,258 internet users are viewing pornography
For every second.
for every second.
Wow.
28,258 internet users every second. And so it's not an easy battle. And then, as the last time I said, the church must awake, and pastors, preachers, and every man of God must address this topic to the root. We are in the month of February. Normally, I do my Stop Abortion Campaign conference in between February and March. I have booked the dates. That is 27th February.
Hmm.
But I'm reconsidering if I can push it to the second week in March. Now, the reason why we are doing this, if people are listening or watching, I want them to get this.
Hmm.
God has important message for the world through every human being. And so, if the church becomes silent on sexual sins,
Hmm.
the devil will destroy the message God wants to pass along.
Wow. Wow.
Because if we throw away our sperm, we have killed a child,
Hmm.
and the destiny of that child is also killed. And so the message that that child carries for the world is also killed.
Hmm.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Mm. So the church must rise because it is an end time war. If 28,258 internet users per second are watching pornography, then it is serious. Every 39 minutes, a new pornography movie is being made. Every
Every
39 minutes.
39 minutes.
Yes. Because the porn industry have seen that people enjoy watching pornography and they are making money. They are making
So,
huge money.
so for basically, if you look at the statistics, it's like
Yeah.
every minute, about a point 0.5 or zero point 0.6 million people view pornography. And I'm just
Yes.
thinking about the whole world. I mean,
Mm.
it's basically for an hour or two, we can get a lot of people watching us as equivalent to the population of the world. And this
Yes,
is
because
crazy.
because now we are about 7.8 billion
Yeah,
on Earth.
yeah,
So it is right. Even right now, as we are speaking, people are watching pornography.
exactly.
A new porn movie is being made,
Yeah,
and they are releasing a lot of them. When we take the continent, Africa, America, Asia, Oceania, Antarctica, Australia, every part of the world, a new porn movie is being released. People are watching pornography.
yeah.
It is very serious matter. 1 in 3 person viewers are women, and 2 in 3 person are men. Basically, men watch more pornography than women.
Also, let me ask this question with this one.
Mhm.
If you look at what you just mentioned right now, if you take two out of three is men and one out of three is men. So let's say
And
about
women.
25% of women watch pornography, about 75% of men are watching pornography. Now, why the striking difference, like the gap between men and women, like, so interested in pornography? Can you
It,
tell us a bit on that?
it's a wonderful question. You see, Jesus cautioned men in Matthew chapter 5 that if you look lustfully,
Mm,
basically, if you look at a woman lustfully, automatically you have committed adultery in your heart with a woman. And you see, God has made the woman so special so that at the blink of an eye, there is a message from the brain to the heart.
mm,
of the man.
mm,
And you see, when it comes to sex, a lot of men says, but to strike the average, men love sex more than women. Per the research I have done, and with women, with women, they don't normally uh, like porn before they can enjoy sex, because
okay.
only few women like many sexual positions. But with men, we like a lot of sexual positions.
So for this is a deep, deep, deep thing that you're talking about. Like
Uh,
many women, yeah, yeah. I actually today is my first time hearing this actually.
mhm.
It's adding up to the knowledge that I have, and it's right. It's quite right. You know, like to talk about these statistics because
Networking.
men, as you said, by push, they are really clinged to things like that. And also for if you are there, I just want to ask a question: how can we
Yeah.
be of help? How can we be of help? Oh, okay, we lost the man of God. Okay, he's back. Thank God. I think his network is giving us. So can you hear us? Yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so how can we be of help tonight with people battling with issues about pornography? I just want you to hit on that a bit so that we can continue next week. Yeah, Bishop, are you there? Yeah, I can hear you. Your network is a bit issue, but we can hear you.
I was having a poor network, so I did not hear what you said. Please
Yeah,
kindly go back.
how can we be of help or how can we help people as believers, as pastors, as preachers? How can we be of help to people who are battling with pornography so that we can just continue next week as we wrap up? Just give us one or two tips and then you continue from
Um,
there next week.
okay, okay. I think per the question, I will just give one
Mhm.
antidote.
All right.
But
Like that.
uh, I was planning to explain details in
Hmm.
the on the antidote, that is on the solution next
Okay.
week. Mhm.
Okay.
But maybe for the sake of helping somebody,
Mm.
the fact that is that we don't know when someone will die.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Ah, so we need to help somebody. Mostly, I tell people that if you acknowledge that you have the issue of watching pornography or you are addicted to watching pornography, you have to admit it. Jitrum. Now, the moment you admit the fact that you are addicted and you need help, it is 90% solved.
Mm.
The
Mm.
reason is that God has seen your heart. And since your heart is yearning for the medicine, for healing, He will step in.
Mm.
And when God steps in, the first thing that He will tell you is that you are my child. I have wrapped my hands upon you again.
Mm.
Then the next step is that you get rid of all the
Yeah, I believe also I want to point the fact that when you make a step and then believe that you're actually struggling in this aspect of pornography, the next thing you ought to do is get rid of all the things that uh, get you access to pornography. Yeah. So, Osabo,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Okay, so all the materials that enable you to watch pornography is either on your videos, cassette, on your computer, magazine. You destroy all of them. Now, after doing this is the most important aspect of your life. The devil will come back
Mm.
and tell you, Charlie, you think say you shall you okay wrong. Then
Yeah.
you will start bringing in the thought of the porn movies you have watched even long time again. And that is where the grace of God is coming to speak for you. So when you get to that point, you stand confidently and tell that voice, Jesus has paid it all. I am covered in the grace. So with this, you are not dwelling on the thought, but now you are dwelling on the saving grace that Jesus has used to deliver you.
Mm.
Because the moment you admitted your fault and you told God, and God wrapped his hand upon you, he is still with you. But the devil will come with the evil thought, actually, you are not saved, you are not secure. This. But you need to confess your salvation through the grace of God in that from that act.
Okay.
And the moment you begin to think that, the moment you begin to think that and confess those words, I am delivered. I am now standing in the grace of God. The hand of God is upon me. You see that all those evil thoughts gradually will be raising from your head.
Mm.
Be raising from your head. And since you have destroyed all the materials that enable you to watch pornography, the thought which normally comes when those materials were there and quickly you run to pornography, when those thoughts comes and the words you have confessed upon your deliverance, those thoughts will quickly run away.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, Bishop, we can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, so we can hear you very well. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah, I
you.
can hear you. To make it 1, 2, 3 steps, it's very simple. First, you need to admit that you are addicted to pornography and you need help. When you do that, 90% of your problem is solved.
All right.
God will come through. He will wrap his hand upon you. Then the second step is that destroy all the access to pornography in your life.
Mm.
Other videos on your computer, even on the internet. Now there is something called internet filter. You can get it on your laptop or you can get it even on the browser. When you get that filter, any site that is porn or sexually explicit, when you search it, well, it will not come. When you are making a search through the internet, those sexually explicit site will not what come.
Come.
And there are some browsers, they have this option, save search. Save search. You can activate it and you may not be receiving those sexual adverts. And the third aspect, which is very important, is that you confess your deliverance through the saving grace of Jesus Christ. Easily deal with them. And then next week I'll add the rest.
All right. Also, God bless you for your time and continued dedication. I know it's difficult where you have to go offline and come back again, and then but yet still you are so dedicated with what you're doing. And we want to say God bless you so much for such time and privilege for joining us all the time. I deeply want to appreciate your time. And as I said, next week we're going to continue. And If you want any prayer section, or probably you want to pray with us or talk to us about the situation of pornography or any other situations, you are gladly welcome to speak to us. And then my number is +31 633 473 579. And you can also contact the man of God on +334 2455 34225. And please try and then be open and let's talk about this. If you want to talk more so about the love of God and want to understand what the love of God is for our lives, I'll be glad to also speak to you. On this note, if you also have any wedding ceremony, event, or engagement, funeral that you would want uh, somebody to help you organize or possibly DJ for you, play music there for you, you are also welcome. Call Napk or DJ Nanake on an +1 5 +1 5 1 3 602 0618, and then he'll be glad to pick it up. This is his personal contact. Or you can send him an email at djnanake@yahoo.com. Thank you so much for joining us today. Our sponsors, our main sponsor for this program today is TapTapSend. And then if you're in the UK, the US, and even in Europe, you can send money back home to your people, mobile money to the account directly to your account back home. And then when you are sending the money, use the promo code NAPK. Just use the promo code NAPK. And when you use the promo code NAPK, you're going to get, if you are in the US, you're going to get $10 for free. If you are in Europe and the UK, you're going to get $5, €5, and then £5 respectively on the first and any other uh, what do you call it? And any other transaction that you make. You can also join and be partaker and sponsor of the Man of God's ministry, that is Gospel Avenue Campaign. Just call the number and then every details concerning the sponsorship will be spelled out to you. And I believe that as you are helping the work of God and the word of God to grow, God will also grow your life. We want to thank you so much. I want to thank my producer today, Akwesi, and then manager Derek, and also DJ and Ake for their help. Today, if you see, we just switched, we went online, and then something happened and we went offline. We have to come back again. Forgive us for those interruptions. And we believe that God is about something and is working behind the scene to make his name known. Do not harden your heart because of things that are happening these days, but hold on to Christ. And then I believe that if we continue to hold on to Him, who is the author and finisher of our faith, will do all things beautiful. In His own time, in God's own time, will do all things beautiful for us. God bless you so much for this time and the privilege to be my viewer. I thank you also for viewing and sharing the page all the time. We'll come back your way next week. And then we are hoping that you will continue calling as we hear some people calling and also speaking to us. But I want to apologize to everyone. If you have called me and I've not responded to the message yet, I'm sorry. Today is one of the busy days for us, so we apologize. But I'm going to respond to it immediately tomorrow, and then we will take it from there. You can also call the man of God as I kept the number on screen. If you want to get some of his books, call him. You will have to negotiate with him or call him personally, and then we'll deal with it for you. God bless you for your patience and your time all the time. Just keep your faith alive and make sure that you bring the picture of your imagination into reality through Christ. The will of God will be done for your life. Keep pushing. I believe that when you hold on to your faith will never die. So until we meet again next week, we'll say